Good afternoon. This will be a circular sequence, circular practice. So have your mat a long ways. And this is more for experienced practitioners where you're comfortable being away from the camera for the second round. So the first round, you'll see my back body and you'll be able to follow along. And then with the second round, it'll be the same thing, except you'll be turned away. So if you're up for that, join me on your belly with your head facing the same direction as mine, ideally. Makes things easier. And to come down all the way and bring those hands underneath the forehead. And then bend the knees and crisscross the ankles. Then pause the legs where they are and roll the ankles. And reverse directions. And let those shins drape to your left. Pause there. Inhale. Exhale, bring them back through center. Broaden the inhale as the legs drape right. And exhale, bring them back to center. Let's do that again to the left. Inhale to the left. Exhale to return the legs. Inhale right. Exhale to return. Bring those shins down. Prop yourselves up onto your forearms. Let's play with the neck here. Look down. And look up if you can. And down. And up. If you like this. Last time, look down. Then look up, inhale, stick out the tongue as you come down. Let's slide those hands closer to the shoulders and press ourselves almost into child's pose. I like to tuck my toes and then roll forward with the chest. Let's do one little shoulder shrug here. We let the shoulders come toward our ears, press the floor, the room away, press the floor away, tuck the toes, hips up and hips back. Come forward, wave through the spine. Let those shoulders come toward the ears, press the earth away, and then almost into that child's again. Two more, ripple with the spine. Broaden across the clavicles, but let the shoulders come toward the ears. Press away, come back. Last time, wave, sink, press. And this time, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Only to walk your feet toward the front of your mat. Bend the elbows here and make circles from the shoulder. And reverse. Clasp those hands, roll through the wrists, let the arms dangle. Release the hands and shake the head yes. And shake it no. And then bend the knees more richly as you bring the hands to the thighs and round the spine and arch. Still with this knee bend here in this chair, round and arch. And make sure those hands are not on the knees. They're on the thighs. Warm up the spine, two more. Last one, round and roll yourself up nice and slow. Arms will reach overhead. Bring the palms together and glide those hands through heart center. Interlace the fingers as they pass the heart. Look down, press the palms down. Take those arms up as you look up. Press the palms together as they come through heart center. See if you can cross the opposite thumb on top and press those hands away and down. Reach, lift the arms. And one more time, hands press, opposite thumb. Gaze down as the hands pass the heart. I like to exhale here. And then just open up those hands and find the strength in your legs. From here, step back with that right foot, short stance warrior. One arms might sweep up by the sides of the ears. Open this up into a warrior two. May need to lengthen your stance. Drop the back arm, reach through the left one, and turn this into a side angle. From here, drop that right arm once more, reach to the left one. And this time, take that right arm rather, cross it in front of the torso, and then lower that left arm as you switch them, and then change the feet. So the left toes turn to the short edge of your mat, to where what was the back of your mat. From here, lengthen that lead leg as the arms reach. And exhale to bend. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bend. More like this. 2. Last one, reach. Those arms can come up and back on a diagonal. And then bring the torso in alignment with the hips rather. Arms come out from the side, send the hips back in space. Triangle here. Bend that knee richly into that side angle and pivot on the back toes. So you turn this into a runner's lunge with the torso angled facing the earth here. Other arm can reach. Only to take those hands together, bring them to heart center, rotate toward that right lead leg. And if you can from here, the hands could always come down. You could step forward from your prayer twist and reach those arms up as the torso comes forward toward the short edge of your mat once more. And bring those hands to heart center. Do the same thing on the same side. Step back with that right foot again. Arms reach up. Turn this into a warrior two. Open your torso toward the long edge of your mat, long right edge of your mat. Back arm drops, right arm reaches, or left arm reaches. And turn this into a side angle. Back into that reverse warrior. And that right arm will sweep in front of the torso as the left arm comes down. Pivot on the toes. So you turn toward your right, opposite end of the mat. Lengthen lead leg as the arms reach. And bend. Lengthen the leg. And bend. 2 more. Last one, reach those arms up and back on a diagonal. Then line up the torso again with the hips, arms extend. Let's prepare for triangles. We send the hips back in space and lengthen through the spine as much as we can. It's not about how low you go. Bend the lead knee, pivot on the back toes, sweep that left arm forward. The right arm may reach along and line up with it. Hands come toward the heart center as you rotate toward the right lead leg into your prayer twist, and then step forward. Return your torso facing the short edge of your mat as you press yourself up. This time, let's bend the elbows and take the hands to the nape of the neck, and then peel the arms open. Bend those knees slightly as you sweep the arms overhead. Pour your body forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's step back into that plank. Maybe the knees come down as you lower into your version of chaturanga, your version of the up dog, and your version of the down dog. From here, that right leg will rise and pull it through to meet the hands. So same sequence, but now on the other side. Set that back foot down, short stance as you roll up through the spine into your warrior one. Inhale here. And exhale to turn this into warrior two. Lengthen your stance as you need. Open to the left long edge of your mat. Drop the back arm as the right one reaches. And turn this into a side angle. That right forearm comes to the same thigh. Right back into the reverse warrior or exalted warrior. And then from here, that left arm will sweep forward. And that right arm will sweep down as you turn the toes toward the long edge of your mat to continue to pivot so you face the left side. Short edge of the mat now. And then reach those arms up as you lengthen the lead leg and bend. Lengthen and bend, and just check out that left knee, see if it's tracking along with the second and third toe. Last one, reach arms up and back on a diagonal. Torso in alignment with the pelvis. Arms reach again. Find your triangle here. You need to adjust your stance. Please do so as you squeeze those inner thighs toward one another. Inhale. And then exhale to bend the lead leg. And let's take that right arm forward and pivot on the back toe. So we're in a runner's lunge. Left arm may reach as well. Inhale. And exhale, hands to heart. As you rotate toward the left lead leg, hook that right upper arm, perhaps on the thigh. Inhale. And you can either plant your hands down or step forward. Torso turns back toward the earth, and then lift your body up. Hands can sweep to your sides. From here, reach those arms up into the air. That left leg steps back into that short warrior one stance. Inhale, reach those fingertips. Exhale to open up toward the left side wall, warrior two. Drop the left arm, reach through the right one. And take that right hand or right arm, forearm, into side angle toward the right. And reach right back up with that right arm. That left arm will sweep in front of the body. Switch the hands, toes turn toward the long edge of your mat, then pivot toward the left. So your left toes now face the short edge of your mat. Inhale here as you lengthen that left leg, arms reach. And bend as the arms come down. Lengthen the leg. And bend the leg as you lower the arms. A few more. Last one, reach arms up and back on a diagonal. Again, torso lines up with the pelvis, arms extend, find the triangle. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the lead knee as you pivot on the back toes. That right arm sweeps forward. Left arm may join it. Reach for the sky on a diagonal here. Hands come together, press the palms, lengthen the crown through the crown, and rotate toward the left lead leg. See if you can step forward here into your rotated chair. And from here, torso turns toward the short edge of your mat as you press through your feet to come tall. And again, nape of the neck with the hands. Peel them open. This time interlace the fingers perhaps, or bring them to the small of the back as the heart opens. Bend the knees as you fold yourself forward. Let those hands slide along the body toward the mat. Dangle for just a moment. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, hand positions halfway lift. And then fold, step back into your plank. Your variation here, I like to come forward slightly with the body, protect the shoulders, bend the elbows to hover, and bring the heart through your version of up dog. And tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's again roll forward, lower down onto the belly, just like where we started. And this time that left hand will come underneath the forehead, bend the right knee, and clasp the ankle if it's available to you. Always take a small sphinx if you can't do this pose. And press that shin or ankle into the hand, and the hand presses back. It's a little bit of counter forces going on. And switch sides. And place the legs down if you wish. You could take those hands And let the fingertips glide toward the feet as much as they're able. Bend the knees again. Perhaps you clasp both ankles. Perhaps you just reach toward them as you lift through the chest. Inhale. Stick of your tongue. As you lower right back down. Let the shins come back down to the earth. And from here, you could take a wide child's pose, or turn to the long edge of your mat for frog. You can roll, if you wish, the mat up on either end so that the inner part of your lower leg has some comfy cushion. Then bring the shins onto those little cushions there and lower yourself perhaps onto your forearms, maybe not. And you could rock forward and back here. And you'll feel this in the inseams of the legs. You could also have the feet closer together. I like to turn my toes out. So see what feels good here in the groin region. Sensation of stretch. It could be in a very wide child's pose right now. Any discomfort in the knees, a pillow could be between your heels and your bottom. And if none of that works, you might be on your back and a happy baby. More long breaths here. One more inhale and exhale. Perhaps you come up onto the hands if you were lowered, and you might scooch one leg in and then the other until those thighs come toward one another. Maybe you take a closed-legged child's pose where you reach back for the heels. More inhale and exhale to roll up. Roll the shoulders a few times. And then find your sits bones. And we'll start with your right leg. So I'll mirror this here. You might just set the foot on the earth, just cross-legged and lean forward if that gives you sensation in through your right glute, or maybe you flex through the top foot to protect the knee, of course, and then cross it so that perhaps the shins come close to or find parallel and lengthen through the crown. And walk your hands forward with a long spine here. Fire log. More breaths. Last inhale and exhale to rise, but keep your legs as they are and take that left arm up and back for a tricep stretch and clasp the upper arm. Just for a moment, perhaps look up. So you press the head into the upper arm. And then release that and press the palms away. Bend at the second knuckle in both hands. Great for the fingers, great for arthritis. We'll work at a computer a lot. And take those hands and assist that right leg so that that foot can plant. Again, spine is long as we rotate to your right. That back hand might come to the earth as a support to lengthen that spine. Play with the neck a little here for one shoulder and then the other. One more inhale. And exhale, counter twist toward your left for just a moment. If you want to get fancy here, you can clasp that right foot, because I'm mirroring, and extend the leg out to the side. Maybe the arm reaches. Bend the knee, slide that right foot long, side bend toward it. Let that left hand plant as you lift through the hips, ballet bridge. Pick up the tongue and lower back down. And we'll take that right leg in and take the left one across. Now, could be again just in front, could be stacked. Shins could be stacked. Inhale and exhale, perhaps to lean into the pose. Around 2 more breaths. Final inhale and exhale to roll up and bend that right elbow this time. Take the arm up and back for a tricep stretch. Head again presses back. Perhaps you look up. One more inhale. And exhale to again press the sides of the room away. Maybe turn the palms up this time. Reach up for the sky. Hands to heart center. Before you clasp that top leg, plant the foot, lengthen through the crown, and revolve toward the lead leg. That left hand might come behind you. Support this long spine. Maybe the head rocks side to side. Inhale. And exhale to rotate toward your right. Only to clasp the outside of that left foot. Open the leg up to the side. So the right arm might also lift. And then bend that same leg, slide it long, side bend over toward it. Plant the right hand, lift through the hips, ballet bridge. That left foot really presses into the earth. And lower the hips. Both legs can come out in a V as you perhaps round and fold forward. Roll up through the spine, bring those legs together, round forward. Roll up through the spine and find your seated meditative pose of choice. And we'll take the head over toward the left. So you can stretch the side of the neck. Maybe even take the eyes in the opposite direction of the head. Your head is left, your eyes are right. If it feels okay, because this is for the vagus nerve, just make sure it feels good in your body. And drop the chin to center. And take the head over to your right, perhaps your eyes to the left. If you want that vagus nerve, deeper vagus nerve release. Again, mind your heart rhythms here, mind how it feels. I find there's often a sigh or swallow that comes. Some people don't need to hold it very long, others for at least 30 seconds before you kind of feel any kind of shift in tension. Bring that head back to center, to neutral. And here, let's take some silence. Maybe you turn the palms up and bring the index and the thumb together, the thumbnail. Extend the other fingers, arms long. or the palms could turn down as well. So up is more associated with consciousness, down with knowledge or needing kind of to conserve energy. It's palms down as well. Focus on the breath. While also sensing heaviness in the hips, a sense of groundedness through the lower body, and a lightness in the upper body. Lightness in the breath. With each breath, sense into that heart space. What do you wish to cultivate today from this heart space? Bring forward into your actions. Something that comes from the heart. Take a final 3 to 5 rounds of breath, depending on your pace. When you're finished, hands can come to the heart center. And maybe you bow forward with the hands on the earth. Thank you to Mother Earth for this practice. Thank you to each other. And thank you to ourselves. Take the hands and rub them together. Take them apart and feel. Notice sensation or lack of sensation. And then unite the palms once more. Thank you for practicing with me today. Sat Nam.